All right, everyone, it's time to go vegan.
So it's my first time here at Happy Apple Cafe, and over here on Truce.
What's crazy to think about is how far the movement has gone from even, every year it seems like accelerate and grow and expand. And I know there's been like negative criticism towards it, but the vegan movement has really become a staple of a consumer trend. And it's a very loyal audience. It's not like some of these other movements where it's, I enjoy rap music. It's, no, I'm vegan and I'm very committed to it, and I'm gonna make my buying purchases because of it.
And I like what you just said too. I really like the word you use, movement, because I think you can create brands that sell things, or you can create brands that make a difference. And when you can leverage making a difference in something more, a bigger why, then you can transform more than a business. It's actually a movement, and you go have loyal customers. So I think that's something brands can really look at. Oftentimes when you start a business, you think of, this is a great idea. I can start a business, but you don't think about, hey, let's create something that can be bigger.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the vegan movement have done, It's, like you said, you nailed it. People are loyal, vegans stay vegan.
Yeah. Yeah, it brings up the point, and the best study of it is always Nike. Nike could come out with any product line, and their consumers are going to react to it well, because Nike is more so a movement towards athleticism and health and culture than it is necessarily about their shoes or their shirts or anything like that. So for companies, you can build your brand off of that, where it's less about the products. And I would say it's not necessarily you can. It's in a 2020 and a 2025 market, even as we forecast the future, I think you're gonna have to. If I simply say, hey, we sell CBD, here are the features and benefits of CBD, it's awesome, you're gonna love it, it's gonna help you with this, this, and this, you're just selling CBD, right? What happens when my man Jeff Bezos and Walmart and Amazon and all these big companies come in and say, hey, here's CBD to your door in 24 hours, and it's cheaper, better quality. And we're gonna start integrating blockchain technologies to show you exactly where it comes from, of which no mid-market company can afford. And then you have, on the lower spectrum, your local shops that you're not gonna be able to compete with, where your Happy Apple Cafe that's gonna compete with a Starbucks or with a Chipotle, you know what I mean? Yep. So as a mid-market player, how do you respond to that? You have to push brands. Because if you're not pushing brands, that it's something more, hey, here's the movement we're behind, and we just so happen to sell CBD products and all these other health products, it also opens you up to something bigger, where you start off selling CBD, and then before you know it, you're selling apparel and you're selling these products in this industry, because you're pushing this narrative and this brand image.
That's a good point there. Starbucks started out as cheap coffee.
Yeah.
They're like your typical 25-cent coffee that you get at a local gas station, And it grew, but if you think of Starbucks, it's actually not about coffee. It's about a movement, a lifestyle that people want to be associated with. And now Starbucks can push product, they can push, furniture. Even if you think about it, they've changed even decor, because people look and model after Starbucks. So, and I think that's what a lot of medium-sized businesses don't think about oftentimes is that's how you build loyal customer base. It's a lot of times it is the how you set up, what you believe in and your why.
Well, and Starbucks is a perfect example of adding more touch points to different sales. Now when you go into a Starbucks, they're selling their prepackaged lunch menu items. They're selling a myriad of different food and sweets. They're now their latest promotion is for their dragon fruit, water, whatever it is, with electrolytes. What does that have to do with Italian coffee? Nothing. But they push this movement narrative that now they're adding it in touch points, and they have a really good understanding of their end consumer, that it's not just about the products we sell them, it's about, hey, they believe in this brand and this movement, and so we're gonna sell everything within that. And now they can increase their market cap and their ultimate LTV of each potential consumer, you know? Yeah.
So how's your burger?
It is fantastic. I've only had a black bean burger, I think once, and it's frozen, so it's not very good. But this is really good.
I think what's unique is like places like this, I think, even from a marketing perspective, and Jake and I are both digital marketers, but at the same time, there's still beauty in your mom and pop shops. I think no matter what, as human nature, you know, we make money off selling digital, but at the same time, I think there's this relationship aspect. Everyone's going to still want that home cooking, that, you know, handcrafted meal. And I think when it comes to marketing, I mean, I think you have to look at all of it, and digital isn't always for everyone. You know, I think everyone should play in there, but at the same time, I mean, look at this place. You know, it's just hole in the wall, but he has awesome food. It's niche, you know, and he has loyal customers.
Yeah, and I think the reason you're able to be successful within that is because it's clearly like passion driven. It's the goal. Obviously, the goal of any business is to make money, but it's not solely. It's, hey, I want to do something I love. And the businesses that are able to align themselves with that passion, for the most part, are going to outperform the competitors, because when things go wrong, it's not, you don't want to jump ship. It's because it's what you love doing, and you'd probably do it anyway, whether you're getting paid or not, you know?
And for all you entrepreneurs out there, I know with having business is a grind. There's always the storms, no matter if you got your highs, you got your lows. But in order to weather it, you have to be somewhat passionate about and believe in what you're selling or your product. And I think you got to choose something that, hey, you can stand behind even when you aren't making money.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what creates legacies. You know, there's brands that last over the years, you know, that you never forget. Is because, hey, someone created that legacy and they believe in it and they stood behind it.
Esai's been pushing me on the vegan movement for a little bit. I've tried it in the past, didn't do it right, went cold turkey, wound up very sick. I think we're going to try it again though. And so this might become a staple if we do try it again.
I think it's a new staple for me. It's kind of unique. I grab a quick bite and feel not nasty and gross after eating it.
Happy Apple Cafe, awesome. We'll definitely be by soon.